Hello, it's friezenfan here with another house build. Here we're building a purple house for the rainbow street of houses. This one I originally was thinking of building a lilac house because that's my favorite color. But then again, I've built loads of lilac houses, lilac interiors, and such, so I didn't. But I am building it in a purple color, and this one is definitely more colorful than the last couple of these rainbow houses. But yeah, I did enjoy building it, and we are just gonna get into it. Because why not? So I was thinking this week, what should I talk about during this lovely house build? And things kept popping into my mind that I could talk about. But then I thought, well, is that something I want to share? Is that necessary to share online? Can I talk about that for a long time? Because that's also something that you have to keep in mind. So in the end, I decided not really to think about anything that we could talk about. But here it comes. Something did happen this weekend that I think I am going to talk about because I am pretty angry about what happened. So here, here in the Netherlands, we once it starts freezing, they always um, spray the streets with salt to prevent the streets from freezing over. Not all the streets, but the most important one. And I am, uh, my street's borders has brushed wood on it, which means that my street gets this spray of salt. Which is nice, which also always means that as long as I get to um, park on that street, I am certain that I will get out because the street is ice and snow free most of the time, which is nice. But then this weekend something strange happened. So I wake up on Sunday and it's a lovely day, lovely sunny morning because it was very cold. So they did this salt on the street again. Which then again I thought, oh, that's nice. Then once I finally got out of my PJs and dressed and I went on a walk, I walked past my car and I couldn't believe my eyes. Instead of spraying the street with the salt, they sprayed the cars. So my car was half covered in salt. It looked like there was a white spray on there, white dots of salt. Then I asked my dad, what should I do about it? And he said, you immediately need to take the salt off because the salt will damage your the black layer of the car. Fantastic, I said, because it was Sunday and it was a nice day, and I just wanted to not do anything, not have anything that needs to be done. There are already lots of things going on in the world that require my attention, or at least captivate my attention. That's potentially a better word for it. So I didn't really want to. And then the second thing is, once any time that I do wash my car, I go to my parents and wash it there. I don't have a tap near the front of the house, so I can't wash it with a hose. And washing it by hand is gonna require lots of walking in and out of the house, which is also something that I'm not looking forward to. So that Sunday I took water and a sponge out to my car, and I did that. I live on a very busy street, and I am an introverted person, and standing there washing my car down to get the salt off made me feel super uncomfortable, which is always nice, always great when somebody forces you to do something because somebody else can't do their job correctly. And it was not just my car that was sprayed with salt, it was all the cars in the whole street, which is fantastic. It's overall just fantastic. Yeah, so that is what happened. So my dad said you should also put this out to the town you're living, that they did this, and that it's not what you're supposed to do. They should help me fix it. Did that on Sunday. Then on Monday during, I said to myself, well, if around noon I don't have a reply back, I will call. I also hate calling. I'm an introvert. I'm saying it again. I'm an introvert. I don't like calling. I can call if it's necessary, but I decided on Sunday to send them a message through Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, because that's an option, and that saves me a lot of anxiety that I get from that. So that's great. So I ended up doing that, and on Monday around noon I still didn't have a reply. I already replied to the conversation myself, asking them if I could get an answer. Turns out it was Monday. It was here in the Netherlands, in the south of Netherlands. We have this a stupid holiday, a stupid party thing that basically means that they were closed on Monday. So when I finally this morning, this now is Tuesday, got a reply back, she said, well, I'm sorry that it's happened, and if you have any damage on your car, you can fill out this contact form. And she said you should also put an alert out that happened. And apart from this contact form, my car isn't damaged by it. I can't do anything because I already did everything. And he also said that I could fill out that contact form to report damage to my car. And I could fill that out, and maybe I will get a refund if I go to a car wash. Yeah, and my budget doesn't really allow for me to go to a car wash. So that means that tomorrow, after a long day of work, I will have to go back to my parents, where I already was Friday, to pick up something. And I will have to wash my car manually, which was on Saturday not even necessary, because some idiot doesn't know how to work the truck he's driving. Yeah, I'm still pretty pissed about it. And I think I have all the right to be pissed about this, because if it was your car, you would also be pissed. It was a fucking nice day on Sunday, and that turned around to end up being a shitty day. And there I was, all alone, trying to sponge bath my car to make the salt go away. But what kind of idiot doesn't see that he is putting the salt on all the cars instead of the street? And I also said to the city I live in, that they should give this person a talking to, because if I would have done that, I would at least hear about it. And this person just got away with it. That doesn't seem fair to me. But then again, who am I, right? Apparently I'm just a weird person that thinks that everybody needs to get a talking to when they do something that isn't correct. Apparently. Yeah. Like that a lot. So then I sponge bathed my car, and it looked tiny bit better. But then, of course, it was a sunny day on Sunday, so when I sponge bathed my car, it dried up pretty grossly. So even if I would have washed my car, I think I would have still had to do it again. Which now I do have to do. Now I have to go to my parents. Not that I mind going to my parents, but just the fact that it wasn't necessary before Sunday morning. Does it make sense? It just doesn't make sense. And why is it always that stuff like this happens to me? Why is it always me? Why not anybody else? But it's always me, and it always ends up being me, and I'm always the person that has to do something about it. But this person from the city I live, from the is it city council or something, could have said, "Oh, I'm really sorry, and if you want a refund for this car wash experience, here you can get that here, and it will be refunded." But that all didn't happen, and now I'm here, being angry again about something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Yeah. Just not pleased. Not pleased. Nice to bring a voiceover. That would be my headline. But we are here halfway through the first part of this build. The first part of the recording that I did for this build. I have to apologize. Somehow this is still during the time that my OBS was fucking up. And I don't have the complete footage of this house build. I do have screenshots at the end, which I think are going to be useful. Did you see that I just made the toilet purple? Did you see that? Because that's the level that we are at this purple house. I'm now just pulling out things left, right, and center. I even pulled out a mixer, like a KitchenAid. I have a custom content KitchenAid that's useless, but it looks nice. And I've never really used it, so I thought, why not? I wonder if you have ever had an encounter like that somebody, while thinking they were doing a good thing for the city, did a bad thing and ended up spraying salt all over your car. I just don't get why things like that always happen to me. I never hear the rest of my family complain about stuff like that, but it's always me. I don't understand why I deserve stuff like that. I don't understand it. Yeah, I could have probably made this room more purple than it is right now, but I think I did a pretty good job. And the fact that I turned the toilet purple also, I think that um, amplifies what I meant. This is definitely more of a family style home. I would think that. I also think that it's something odd. It's not that common to have your master bathroom downstairs in the Netherlands. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I also made some sort of mudroom. I think I also used the same painting I use always with this bath frame. I don't know if I would ever buy some new art for my house, I think that would be something suitable. So I've been living in this house for 3.5 years now. And for 3.5 years there has never been anything above my couch. Nothing. I've looked high and low to find something that suited my taste, but for some strange reason, whatever I want is not something that you can buy in a store. That's fantastic. Yeah. Thankfully, it's not something that really bothers me, apart from the fact that I would like to have something, just something. I'm not that picky. I just want something above my couch. I'm potentially very picky because after this long of a time, I should have found something that suited my taste. I should have, but I didn't, and now we're here. Now we're here. Yeah, that's great. Being me overall is just fantastic. I would 10 out of 10 not recommend being me. And I generally like whatever the things I put in this hallway, this entry hallway. It's definitely some things that I would like in the hallway. You want somewhere to put your keys. You would also maybe enjoy having a mirror there, somewhere to hang your coat. And I decided to make my own, what do you call that, closets in these houses. Not useful closets, not usable closets, but you don't really need them. And I am also making them black, so you can't really see what's in there, which makes me believe that there definitely is a closet in there. Yeah. Is there anything else I can talk about? Not really. No. I always do enjoy making the kids' room something completely different apart from the purple that their parents picked out for the whole house. And this apparently is a pretty pink room. It's like a salmony pinky room. Not pink. Which, if I were to like pink, it'd probably be a color like this. And this or like a pale pastely pink. after I'm done recording this radio, I'm gonna cook myself some dinner, and I'm gonna cook something typically Dutch. We here in the Netherlands, mostly in the wintertime. Some people you can sometimes some of them can be eaten during the summer, but it's definitely more of a hearty meal. We cook potatoes, and then you usually put some vegetables with these potatoes while you cook them. Then you mash it all together, the potatoes and the vegetables. Typically you can use kale or some kind of carrot and onions. But today I'm going to do it with apples. Yeah. And I also bought myself a sweet potato to put some extra vegetables in there. It's a very Dutch thing, I think, to eat. But I saw a recipe for it and thought, oh, that's been a long time since I ate something like that. So I decided to run with it and make that happen. This room I'm building right now is more for an emo child teen who went with their parents' purple color scheme, sort of, maybe. But yeah, I'm excited to eat my dinner today. It's not that cold of a day, but I think it's gonna be a great meal to eat today. So I'm pretty thankful for that. I just really wanted apparently this mirror in this room, but it's I also don't want to overcrowd the room. And I wonder how much noise would travel through this house. Because I definitely wouldn't want the room above my parents. Because I would probably in my eyes know anything and everything you do in there. Which is not something you want when you're a teenager. And I'm going to build an art studio. I haven't done that in a while. And I thought that this room has the potential for something like that. And I thought, well, why not use it as one? And I'm also changing out the wooden planks to something that looks like it's maybe a concrete or some kind of vinyl. Something that's easy to clean and that doesn't really matter if you spill on it, which I think is useful.